Call in the Hard Enduro Cavalry for another savage campaign. It's time to don the armor and mount the steel-framed steeds. We're headed back into battle. A medieval moto crusade where one warrior will be knighted. The new champion of Hixpania Hard Enduro.
Flying into this small town in northern Spain was like going back in time. Medieval ruins rule the rocky landscape around Aguilar de Campo. Knights of a bygone era may have ridden horses over the winding dirt trails around this town. Now, they're navigated by moto warriors, all looking for glory at the penultimate race of the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.
We are in Hixpania Hard Enduro for 5th edition.
This year is just the race on Sunday. The rest of the races are qualifying for the next one.
We have today, which is super short qualifier for basically tomorrow, which is going to be, I think, around 6 hours of racing. We do 3 laps all the way around the lake, and then on the final day is just 2.5 hours plus 1 lap around a short course, which is really difficult.
So Sunday, the bikes are starting in the cave and we have to run into the cave, get the bikes out. Then we have pretty intense, really technical lap, I would say.
And then obviously the final lap, we go into the finish arena and have, you know, some of the hardest hills of all race on the last lap, which is often where a lot of overtakes and passes for the win are made on them final hill climb.
There are only 2 chances left for top riders to win big points, with everyone hunting series dominators Billy Bolt and Manuel Lettenbichler. Bolt's second place finish at Poland's Hero Challenge moved him into the series lead, just 1 point ahead of Lettenbichler. Wade Young took the Hero Challenge title, allowing him to close the 3rd place gap, and he's now only 9 points back from the German pro. But there's still a lot of racing before the final podium of the season. Competing in Spain means that 4th place Mario Roman holds a home soil advantage and may be a major threat.
Extra motivation to race in your home GP, but especially if the last edition was that good for you, you feel that that extra energy will be in your side at the end of the weekend.
No. Oh no, that was so easy as well.
And our man in the field, Paul Bolton, has transformed from race reporter into medieval town crier to bring you the key info from inside the commentary booth at this live event. Earlier, he got to sample the treacherous track here at Hixpania Hard Enduro.
The guys will be running into here and be away like that. Straight out. Okay, into the logs. Ride it high. Woohoo! Got a big kick on the back end there. This side of the hill's like marbles, and the other side's a brown rock that if it rains, apparently it's super slippery. So these are the brown rocks we're talking about, guys. Super grippy now, but in the wet. Woo. Oh, mamma mia. Oh my God. Excuse my language, but this track is brutal. Oh, this is where the guys will really come into some traffic. Suppose you guys like a crash. Oh man, that went way easier than I thought. Brutal! Woo! Now we're heading towards the second lap and the cave again, and then obviously the all-important final few hill climbs in the quarry. It's got a pretty steep hill here. Oh, I nearly come off handlebar then. Not ideal. Definitely don't want to catch a foot peg off this one. So there's the cave where it all begun. This is just for the final lap, this bit. So roll, gas. Do it. Yes! Definitely not my favourite part of the track now. I might want to rodeo it. I think I'm... No, don't you set off yet, I'm not ready. I need to get my leg on, then we're gonna go. That was a better line than before. Risky, but saved a bit of time. Whoa! That is an intense track. Hope you like my POV and the final attempts at the hill time. Hill climb. Happy times.
The happy times kick off with high speed, high flying, short runs through an enduro cross track at the day one prologue. A nice first taste of the action where hobby riders are called archers and squires. Pros like Spain's own Mario Roman are known as knights. Johnny Walker launches off a lip, and Dominic Ojouet gets some air of his own. Both are riding lean and mean. But the knight with the most fight and flight is Billy Bolt, who finishes with the best time. Walker is second and Ojouet third. Quick and dirty, and the starting order is set for the Day 2 qualifier race here at Hixpania Hard Enduro.
I think the race suits me pretty well. Like, it's so technical and you have to be precise and calm and ride smooth like all race long, and I think I'm pretty good at it.
It's one of the most technical courses of the whole season. You ride first and second gear most of the time, sometimes third. You go up and down with no rest.
First time for me being here. The biggest challenge is not having a sense of traction. Once you've ridden an area, you kind of know what the terrain's like and what traction, especially that they say there's rain. So I sprayed some water on the rocks and I felt it, and it's crazy slippery.
If rain is gonna be very tricky, especially trying to overtake people. It's a multi-lap race, so miss that line to overtake and then come back, depending where, can cost you some time and energy.
I'm looking forward to the main race on Sunday. It's going to be a good battle, and I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit more confident, and we're learning stuff still with the bike. So yeah, I'm hopefully we can do a better race than we did in Poland here.
This year, with it not being a point system, it's kind of just winner takes all on the Sunday race. I think that's just going to increase the intensity even more. It means everyone kind of starts Sunday on an even playing field, so everyone's going to be battling to win.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good race, as it's been the whole season. Very competitive. I think it'll be a big battle until the last half an hour, and I think there'll be a split in the pack around then.
You could hear a pin drop at the dawn of day 2. A small army of hard enduro steeds stand in silence. The knights, archers, and squires will ride them into battle on the rocky shores of this lake for the Campo Extreme Qualifier.
They've got a really long day today, all the way around the lake, really fast sections, some super technical bits which are an insight for Sunday. We've got 3 laps around this lake, 50k each. They're in for a big day.
The morning silence is replaced with heavy revving.
So who do we expect to do well today? Obviously, we've got Manny and Billy fighting for the championship. 3rd place isn't over between teammates Mario and Wade, but don't forget, Wade's first time here in Hixpania. So now, you can hear the bike start in the background. I need to go. Let's get out on track.
Out on the track, the Knights blast from the gate with Billy Bolt getting the hole shot. He and Manny Lettenbichler escape the carnage behind them. A bottleneck that's trapped the likes of Johnny Walker, Mario Roman, and Wade Young. Ten minutes into the race, Manny is closing in on Billy, but makes an involuntary dismount. Not long after, Lettenbichler recovers, follows Bolt over the jagged shoreline boulders, and finds a line around the Brit. Minutes later, Bolt answers back with an overtake of his own.
You're good. That was a really wise move from Manny there. He just slid it down, reversed it back a bit, and then went.
Johnny Walker had a less than stellar start to the race, but he's climbed the ranks and these massive rocks. And now he sits 3rd behind Bolt and race leader Lettenbichler as they enter the pits. In the 2nd lap, Manny is still narrowly ahead of Billy. Both have extended their lead over Walker. Much farther back, a local favorite is in trouble. Less than a minute after leaving the service area, Mario Roman is having problems with his ride. He's going to have to make the best of it until the next pit stop. Up front, Manny is holding on to his narrow lead over Bolt. Until, once again, the roles are reversed. The hard enduro heavyweights continue this dance. Then Bolt finds an advantage.
There you go. Get up, big un. How are you now?
And pulls away. But Lettenbichler once again shrinks the gap. Nearly 3.5 hours into the race, Billy and Manny are merely 2 seconds apart. Over 6 minutes back, it's Walker. Volkner, Gomez, and Young follow. Local hero Roman is desperately trying to stay in the top 10.
In the beginning of the 2nd lap, something happened with the bike stopped, and I have like 15 minutes to fix my bike in the middle of the forest. Do my race, don't lose the 10th position, and that's it. We will see tomorrow.
In the 3rd and final lap, Bolt and Lettenbichler continue their reign over the sand and rocks, zigzagging past back markers. At an epic steep hill climb, Billy wows the crowd. Manny gives them a good show too. Further back, Hixpania newcomer Wade Young weaves his way up the trail into 5th. Alfredo Gomez was able to get ahead of the South African and Austrian Michael Volkner. His home country crowd is loving it. After a rough start in bike issues, Mario Roman is determined to stay in the game. He managed to climb his way from 10th place and is currently sitting in 7th. Up front, Lettenbichler makes a last-ditch attempt to take back the lead from Bolt. But it's Billy with a stoppie across the finish line to take the win. 8 seconds later, Manny comes in second.
It was a good race, I think. I think me and Billy, we went pretty fast at the end, and we pushed each other a little bit, maybe too much also, because at the end we've been definitely going flat out.
Up until the final difficult section, Manny was still pretty much on my tail, so I was like, he's not going to give up. So I pushed, pretty much as hard as I could for this last couple of kilometers.
I'm happy with my riding today. I rode good, I think, so I didn't have to push too hard. I literally rode around on my own for 3 laps. So happy to come away with third and looking forward to tomorrow.
Here we are with the results. Billy Bolt in first, Manuel Lettenbichler in second, and 12 minutes back, it's Johnny Walker rounding out the podium. If things were to stay like this tomorrow, Bolt would have a 4-point series lead over Manny. Young would still stay in third place, and Walker would jump ahead of Roman into fourth in the overall standings.
So all in all, the guys have had a really fast-flowing ride with some really quite technical bits. Did Manny and Billy push too hard? Have the other guys kept some energy in the tanks for tomorrow? Let's see.
Going into Poland, I knew it was a race that I could do quite well in and that I need to try to capitalize on as many points as possible. And in Hixpania now, obviously Mario has won the race here, the final day. So he's going to be really good as it's very trialsy and tight. So my main focus is just to make no mistakes and do my best.
Well, yeah, it's more than my kind of riding, but he's riding super aggressive and strong the whole year, so you never know. I am confident on I can beat him, but at the same time, he's super strong, so for sure it will be a good battle the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'm currently leading the championship, just 1 point ahead of Manny, so it's really important to do everything I can to try and extend that lead a little bit more. We're heading into Germany next for his home round, so he's going to be hungry there.
We're on a line right now where you literally can't make any mistake, and you have to ride injury-free, mistake-free. There's no time and no chance to lose any points in the championship, because if you lose points now this weekend, you definitely have a really hard time in the last race. And I know Billy's riding really good at the moment. He's on fire and trying his best to definitely get the title, and I'm also trying my best, but it's definitely tight.
This is Hard Enduro. There's both the next 2 races, I would say there are a lot of guys that could be challenging.
Sunday race day. The top 10 riders are putting the bikes in the cave. They're going to run as fast as they can into that cave, dive on the bikes, fastest man out of the quarry is going to get the whole shot, up the first hill, super clean, and then they're going to go diving down the left side of the peninsula all the way to the end, back on the slippy rocks, back into the quarry behind me, out the gate, and then back on another lap. The guy who's going to take this race win is going to be a little bit lucky with the lap traffic, but also making really good decisions in that lap traffic. So I think the smartest ride's going to win today. I don't know who it is. I can't call it anymore.
But call it you will, Paul, from the live commentary booth.
Hi there, I'm Pat Parnell. Honored to once again be joined by none other than Paul Bolton and a special guest, Graham Jarvis. Welcome to the show, sir.
Riders are getting ready for the Lost Way. 2.5 hours of insane Spanish riding, plus the gnarly final Hixpania hill climb. New plate numbers are based on results from the qualifier.
It's going to probably be the worst conditions possible, with it being raining, and now it's not raining, so the track's going to be as slippy as it ever could be.
The best result the top 10 riders can hope for during a savage Le Mans-style start is making it to their bikes in one piece.
And we're off. The 24MX Hixpania race is underway. Le Mans-style race into the cave.
Oh, he's tripped. It's a massive accident.
It's a mad scramble. Wade Young and Billy Bolt are the first to emerge from the cave and hit the boulder-ridden track.
Let's talk about what we're seeing here. It seems innocuous by just looking at it, but a steep climb right there just to get out of this first pit.
This is called the gate, and they're going to close that later on for the final.
In rows the rest of the knights, squires, and archers charge into action. Later, some of them will become additional obstacles when the fellas in the front start to lap them. Wade Young continues to lead the pack as riders behind jockey for position, but it's brief. Only 5 minutes into the race, Alfredo Gomez passes Young as they climb into the section known as the Castle.
That's Manny pushing there.
Wow. Bit of a surprise.
Billy Bold takes a clean line around his main series competition. Manny answers back. It's the same back and forth we've seen all season. Both of them continue past a struggling Mario Roman, establishing the order of the race frontrunners: Gomez, Lettenbichler, and Bolt.
Gomez right now currently in 6th place in the overall standings, but in this race, if it were to end right now, he'd be the winner as he is out in the lead. But you can see just behind him the battle for second. And this has been a romance that has been going on. Lettenbichler, Billy Bolt.
Been like a tennis match, Patch, for the championship lead. It really has.
It's a grind through the brutal section called Cathedral. Mario Roman stumbles in 4th. Behind him is Sherco teammate Wade Young. That is until a cautious and methodical Johnny Walker finds his way into 5th on the massive rocks. Nearly 20 minutes into the race, Gomez is extending his lead on Lettenbichler and Bolt as they begin to pass the back markers.
Very focused Gomez.
Up ahead, Gomez has extended his lead, riding clean, confident, and relaxed. Nearly an hour in, Manny is still in pursuit of the Spanish leader, but gets caught behind a back marker. Meanwhile, Bolt has found a second wind. He overtakes Lettenbichler. He's now on the hunt for Gomez.
Can Billy close this gap, or is Gomez going to run away with it?
Further back, Johnny Walker is pushing it in 4th, but then he has an issue with his radiator. He leaves the track in a desperate attempt to fix it, which could lead to disqualification. This chain of events has allowed Mario Roman to move into 4th. He wants to catch the front runners, but more importantly, he's riding for as many points as possible in hopes of stealing Wade Young's position in the series. And the South African is having a rough race. He's currently sitting in 6th, but he's been lapped and has no hope of heading to the final climb. Towards the end of the race, Bolt is ferociously attempting to close the gap. He's now only a minute behind Gomez. Can he catch the Spaniard before Hixpania Hill? Fatigue is setting in for all riders. When that happens, mistakes are made.
Oh no! No, that's it. That's a real big breathing space for Gomez.
2.5 hours into the race, the final section opens up and Gomez is the first to appear. He guns it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Perfect. Yes. He's done it.
Alfredo Gomez is your 24 MX Hixpania champion.
And it's Spanish Knight Alfredo Gomez taking the top spot and the long sword at Hixpania Hard Enduro. Next up, Billy Bolt crushes the climb to take second. Manuel Lettenbichler ascends the steeps for third.
It's incredible be back on the top of the podium. It's been a really hard season for me, and yeah, win is really special always, but winning home is even better.
Tough race. I made hard work of it as well. I was really struggling on the first couple of laps, to be honest. Looking forward to heading home now and kind of regrouping, a few days off, and then get back to training towards Germany. One last push to try and wrap this championship.
I didn't feel like 100% ready for this race, so it's been such a cool achievement to be back on the box. Like, it's been now every round where I'm on the podium, so Mr. Consistent, and hopefully we can do a good job in Getzen as well.
Here are the Hixpania Hard Enduro final results. It's Alfredo Gomez at the top of the podium, Billy Bolt in second, and Manuel Lettenbichler in third. Luckily for Johnny Walker, his disqualification was overruled. He comes in fifth. Bolt is now 3 points ahead of Lettenbichler, and Mario Roman is only 10 points back from Young. The battles for first and third will be fierce as we head to the epic final race of the season. Once again, we will bring you exciting live coverage on Red Bull TV, this time from Germany's gobsmacking Getzen Rodeo. Till then, I'm Troy Mannering saying keep the rubber side down.